a nice chance to buy it.
I'll try and not turn this video into a marathon. I know I've been doing those for a while, and I really need to start focusing on just one knife. But for this one, because of what it is, I thought I'd have to break out the other knives too. I finally found the 7th Marbles Large Toothpick. I've known about this knife for a long time. I just could not find one, and I was expecting to have to pay a pretty penny for it, but actually I got it for list price through Blade Matrix, which was pretty cool. I only bought one of them. I probably should have bought two, but really I only need one for the collection. I'm not going to be doing anything with it. So here we have all of the Marbles Large Toothpicks that are made. They're all slightly different, so I will show you each one of them before we break out the very last one here. Now the very first one I got was the Tortoiseshell one. Now all of them are basically the same. I mean, they all have the triple ring bolster and triple ring powder horn going for them, so that is all the same. The only difference is they all have different handle materials and different shields, or at least most of them have a different shield. Yeah, I think every one of them has a different shield. So this one just has the it's kind of like a bent bar that just reads Marbles, and then yes, it does have the Marbles blade edge. Now the Marbles blade edge also changes with each one. And this one, do we have the number on it? Most of them have the number listed. The Marbles 207, MR207, they are all made in China, and they are basically the same as your Rough Rider Large Toothpicks, and the same quality and everything else. Are the blades perfectly centered? No, but there's also no blade rubbing. Really nicely made knives. This one has a little bit of a gap there, but nothing dramatic. And that's my the first one I got, which was the Tortoiseshell. Now next up has a bomb shield, but notice it's just a flat bomb shield, reads Marbles again, and notice that the Marbles blade edge is larger on this one than it was on the other one. Marbles quality knives, and I don't think this one has the pattern number on the back. No, it doesn't. Some of them don't have the pattern number. And this one comes in the green stag bone. So it looks like nasty alligator skin or something. Pretty cool though. Again, very well made. Nice opening and closing. No blade rub going on. And I would give the pull on these knives of around 5 or 6, right there in the middle. So that's the Marbles green bone. The next one up is the Fluted bone, and notice this has kind of like the what some people refer to as the hot dog shield. Now Rough Rider had a similar bone, and I think they called it the Twisted bone, but this is the Fluted bone, and it's like an orange color, and it's pretty cool. Notice once again, now the blade edge is a lot smaller. I wish they would have just gotten rid of it completely, but the blade edge changes on each one of these in size basically. This one also is lacking the pattern number. I will put it in the description. But this is the Fluted bone. I was debating on getting this one because when I was looking at it in the pictures, I really didn't like the way it looked. But once I got it, it's like, man, that is really kind of cool. And like I said, Fluted bone is usually the way it is listed. And then next up is the brown stag bone. And this is the same style of brown stag bone that you see in the current production Rough Rider knives. And if you notice here, you might not notice it very easily, but the green stag bone is the exact same pattern. The jigging on it is exactly the same, just comes from a different spot and a different dye job. I like the dye on the green actually better than the brown on on the marbles. I think they did a better job with the later Rough Riders and the brown stag bone. They have a better shade of brown in those, but this is the way it was originally, and then that same brown stag bone worked its way into the coat lineup too. Need to clean my knives. Again, same marbles quality knife, just a different size again, and this time you just have the oval shield basically, but notice how the marbles S is on there, so it's kind of cool. And then next up is the red jig bone, and this one has the black enamel marbles, and again it's kind of like a billboard of types, and this is just your basic red jig bone or red pick bone, whichever way you want to call it. And again with the marbles quality knives, but notice now it's located in a different place. Each knife has it slightly different. No number on this one yet either, but really good close on it. This one has a little bit stronger pull than the other ones does, but really nice, well built. And then finally, this is the latest production. This is the one with the ram horn, and they ended up putting the ram horn blade etch on there, and the blade etch is actually holding up quite well. I gave one of these to my son, who has carried one for over a year and a half. The shield popped off of it, but the blade etch is still hanging in there. So the shield is just glued in there. But after a year and a half of use and abuse, it finally popped off, the shield. My shield on my Rough Rider is still hanging strong. I've been carrying it for about 2 years. This is the ram horn though, and this is the most recent one they've done. And that one definitely does have a pattern number, I believe. Yep, the 362. Did not change otherwise. Actually, it did. Now you've got a crimped bolster at the top and a single line, but you still have the triple ring at the bottom. So there is a difference in the new bolster. But I do not believe, yeah, no half stop. So marbles did not go with the half stop. And let's break out the latest one, the one that I've been looking for several years, and finally got. Now, as you can see, I know the pattern number right away because it's MR122, and this is the way all of these knives came. They came in a box this big, and they came with these pouches, the Marbles quality knife pouches. It's a pleather pouch, nice and puffy because it's a padded pouch also, and a zippered pouch. And here is the knife, and this is known as the cut pearl because what the handle is it's a pearl handle. It doesn't look like pearl. I believe what they've done is this is a composition pearl. So it's basically made out of pearl dust or pearl chips or something mixed with a resin. I believe that is what it is. I don't know 100% for sure, but it is a, they say it is genuine pearl. Okay, had to cough because my allergies have just been killing me recently. In any case, this is one of the earlier ones. So you once again have the triple ring bolster at the top, triple ring bolster at the bottom. It is nickel silver. You see the brass liners going on there and the stainless steel back spring. And interesting enough, if you notice, the pull on that is a little bit different. And that is something else that I noticed, that over the time the pulls change ever so slightly too. They're all still match striker pulls, but the depth of them is different from knife to knife. This one has a really good strong pull, but that might be because I haven't cleaned it yet. Again, the pattern number is missing from the blade, but it is 122. And you heard that snap. And that is from the kick hitting the back spring. In this case, it is not pinned because it is just the pearl glued onto the handle. And I think they did it that way so that there's less chance of the pearl cracking. And it's interesting because it's got the checkering reminds me very much of the checkering you find on Rough Rider gunstock patterns. Let me get one of those out real quick. So here's the Rough Rider Rifleman Series Large Stockman, and if you look at the cut on the back there and the cut here, can you see the diamond patterns? How similar they are? It's pretty cool. It's kind of hard to see in the white, and you do when I'm looking at it hitting with the light and everything, I don't think you can pick it up here, but there is a little bit of shine off of the top of the pearl, but it is not the kind of shine that you see on a regular pearl. Where's a regular pearl knife? So there's Queen Pearl, you know, the little mini canoe by Queen, and the way it shines, you can definitely see the light catching on it. You don't see that as easily on here, and that's why I believe that this is just a reconstituted pearl, which would be like basically taking crushed pearl or pearl powder, basically leftover product from making knives like this, and mixing it in with a resin, pressing it together into sheets, and then using that for a pearl tile on the knives. And I know they use something similar for making tiles in houses and stuff. So I think that's what this is like the mother of pearl, reconstituted mother of pearl that they use for making like bathroom tiles and stuff like that. Still, it's pretty cool, and it completes my 7 marbles large toothpicks. So that is definitely pretty cool. I've got the entire set. If marbles made a large toothpick that is not included here, please somebody tell me so I can go look for it. But I believe this is the entire set. The tortoiseshell, the green stag bone, the pearl cut, or cut pearl rather, the fluted bone, the brown stag bone, the red jig bone, and the ram horn. So if you're also trying to grab them all, that's the ones you need to look for. Stick around for the slides, and I'll give the pattern numbers within the slideshow. let me take just a second to thank you once again for dropping by and spending a few minutes here at Knife Chats with the Pies. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate any comments that you leave. So please remember to give me that thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up and running. Thanks again for dropping by. Really do appreciate your time here.